Other one today. I'm going to go over the strategy for pick 3, and I talked about this in my previous video where I briefly went over it. Today I'm going to give you the complete strategy on how to do this strategy. Now when I first figured this strategy out, if you guys have been following my lottery videos, you notice that I did a lot of pick 4 videos, and to where a lot of my pick 4 videos were centered around finding doubles, and you find out the best ways to win with pick 4s with the doubles, at least in my opinion. So I thought to myself, does the same thing work for pick 3? No, it doesn't. You have to do something a little bit different in order to win more often. Just a small little tweak. And once I figured out, I kind of just went over these different strategies, experimented with things, and I ended up going in. I just went to state, and I kind of plugged a formula in, and I ended up with, I didn't actually play, but I just wrote down the different state. I wrote down a number with a double, and I checked it, and I would have won that number. And if you look at my communities tab, you'll see that I would have won, going back and forth between different states and things. Out of 30 days, I would have won 20 times. So my opinion is this strategy is very, very effective. Once people learn this strategy, I don't think there's anyone that would want to go do a different strategy, because this one is really effective. And once you watch this video, you'll figure it out. So I'm kind of explain it in great detail. Today, I'm going to go over how to win pick 3 more frequently. The first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find a double combination. This strategy will not work without doubles. So you're going to have to go and state to state. You're going to have a state that recommendation is if you go to like states like Oregon and Texas online, they have pick 3 for like 4 different times in the day. So they're a good candidate. What you have to look for are doubles. And if you just focus on one state, let's say if you focus on your home state, if you just focus on that one state, you have to wait for a double, and you won't be able to play every day. So you have to have a list of 4 or 5 different states, and then when you see a double, you can play every day, because a double will come out within one of those states. So just get a list together. You're going to have to find doubles, because this strategy will not work without doubles. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to replace one of the doubles with a mirrored number, and I am going to show you. In my last video, I kind of briefly touched on that, but out of the 3 numbers of the double that you find, you're going to have 2 numbers that are the same. One of the numbers you're going to have to change, and you're going to have to put that into a formula, into a grid. The next thing you do is you're going to have to put the new number into a tic-tac-toe grid. And what you're going to have to do, and I'll show you how to put the grid together, you're going to minus and go all the way around, and then you'll get your numbers. You'll get 9 numbers. There'll be one number that gets left out. And what you have to end up doing is you're going to have to remove that missing number from the combinations. And that's kind of basically it. I'm going to go walk through it a couple times to show you guys that this actually works. So, like I said, the first thing you need to do, and let's just go for an example. I'll use my state. I'll give you guys the formula real quick. So what you want to do is, before you start your day, before the game starts, is you want to get a list of states that have doubles. So I'm just going to go find one. I don't want to look at what the number ahead of it was. So let's just look for a double. Here we go. 055. Oh wait, that one won't work. Okay. Now what you're going to do in this scenario is when you find a double, you're going to have to change. You're going to have to get the mirrored number of one of the doubles. So and the mirrored number is when you add 5. So that's how you get your mirrored number. So 5 is the duplicate. So if you add 5, it's going to be a 0, and then you'll have a 0 you'll have 2 zeros. You got to single this out to make all 3 numbers different. Is what you basically have to do. So if adding to 5 is going to create another double, it's not going to work. So let's just go find another one. Here's 003. So we take the 0, and add a 5 to it. So let's do that one as an example. I'm going to walk you guys through the formula. So write down 003. Right there. See, 003. So what we have to do now is change the number. So change the number, so one of the zeros is going to be changed to a 5 because that's the mirrored number. So the new number now is 053. 053. So now what we have to do is we have to put it in the grid. So we're going to make a tic-tac-toe grid. And what I like doing is I like making it from least to greatest. So least to greatest. So I'm going to rearrange the numbers. So I'll be messing out of the 053. It's going to be 035. So just put it here in the tic-tac-toe grid in the center. Like that. So what you want to do, once you have your number in the grid, is you're going to take the bottom number, which is 5. We're going to start from where the 5 is, and we're going to go all the way around. But what we're going to do is we're going to minus and go all the way around. So next one is a 4. 4 goes right there. 3. Very, very important. Since 3 is already in the grid, we're gonna just pass the 3. We're gonna go to 2. 3 is already in the grid, so we're gonna bypass it. A lot of people will just put 3 in the grid already when 3 is already in the grid. It doesn't work for this formula. So 3 is already there, so we're gonna go up, and there's gonna be 2, 1, and 2, 1, and 0 is already in the grid. So then we're going to go to 9, 8, and 7. And there is your grid. So out of these numbers in the grid, there's 9 numbers. There's 9 numbers. There's one number that's missing. What number is missing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is missing. So what we do in this formula is we go and we get the numbers, we get the combinations, and we remove 6. We're only going to be working with the numbers that are in the grid, so we remove 6 from the combinations. So let me show you where you guys can get the combinations. Before I begin doing that, let me just check these numbers real quick. I want to check if the numbers that I just wrote down, let's see if they hit. Let's see, so let's look at the next day's draw. That's evening. We want to look for evening. I have to go to the next page. Okay. What was that? We were on 003. 0, so that's evening. So let's check evening. Okay, so the number was 498. What do you know? What do you know? Do you see a 4, a 9, and an 8? Instant winner. That's how well this strategy works. So let me show you guys where to get your numbers. Go to Google. So type in pick 3 combinations. It will take you here. So you click on this site right here. And then you go to, you want to grab, well, it depends on what you're doing. What I would suggest everybody do is I would start with box. So I would select all these right here. This is your numbers you want to pick if you're doing box. You don't want to do doubles. You want to do the ones where the numbers are all different, because in the next drawing, most likely all the numbers are going to be different. So you want to do this one right here if you're doing a box. You want to do this one up here if you're doing a straight. But I would do a box. So what we basically have to do, and to make this easier on just for this video, we know that the number that we had to remove was 6. So in this scenario, I would copy all this and I would paste it in a Word document, and then I would remove whatever number has to be removed. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this video, now what I would actually do, since 6 was the number that I removed, is I would go through and find all the 6s and remove. Now if you guys are doing straight, if you want to do straight, there would be a lot more numbers. This is box. So whatever the missing number is in that formula, you just remove it. So I would remove the 6s. But to make this video shorter, I'm just going to cut the zeros out because it's a little bit easier because they're the first number. But you basically, you'll when you guys are doing the strategy, you're just going to remove whatever number is not in the grid, if that's clear. So anyway, you're left with about this much numbers as plain as box. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take these numbers and you're going to play online. You can play offline if you want to, but I think it's much better to do it online. What did I use to play online? I'll put the links. This video will probably be on my website, and all the links that you need are going to be on my website. So I'm not going to be putting that. I'm not going to put that in my description. I'll put my website, but you can access the links on my website. You'll get to this site right here, Bet Any Sports. What you want to do, you go over here. You can do sports, but I do it for Lotto, just Lotto. And the only thing about Bet Any Sports is the site was, I think it's based in like Europe or something. So the only way that you can fund this site with money is through Bitcoin. So you guys got to understand Bitcoin if you want to use this site and play Pick 3 or Pick 4. So what basically we do is a pretty simple process. We're on Pick 3. We're going to choose boxed. Now if you're doing straight, do straight. But go to input and you just paste the numbers, and we'll see how much it costs. You can see that to play, your tickets will be 25 cents a ticket, and so it's going to cost $21. So then basically you go here, see you can set it for 25, 50, you can change that to 75 too if you want, and you just scale up. So what I'm talking about is actually starting at 25, get a little bit of gains, and then when you're comfortable, just slowly scale up. And as you scale up, you'll make more. That's with the box. So then you just pick the day. Just randomly pick a day. You'll pick your state of whichever game you want. Make sure you pick the right state. And then it's going to give you your summary. Okay, so what we see right here, total cost is going to cost you $21, and if you win, you'll make $37. So that is let's do that math real quick. 37.50, take away 21. So your gains will be $16.50 per win. So when you're playing box, you'll get these small wins, but that's basically the how it's done. Now there's a whole thing about martingale, and there's a thing called the martingale strategy. So you could start at 25, and I already wrote it down. 25 cents a ticket. It's going to cost you 21. You'll get 16.50 in gains. Whenever you feel comfortable, or if you lose a game, you have to scale it up to 50 cents a ticket. It's going to cost you 42. You'll then make 33. And if you lose another one, you scale it up to 75 cents. It's going to cost you 63, and then you'll make 49 in gains. So each time you lose, you have to scale up. And that's really how it's done. And as you get more comfortable, if you get more wins, you can slowly knock off. You can knock off the 25 cents, and then you can return to your base bet of 50 or whatever you want. But you could slowly scale up, and that's why I like doing the martingale thing. But I only gave you guys one example of winning. Let me do one more or two more examples real quick of the strategy before I let you go. So what I'm gonna do is I'll do two more doubles for you guys and show you how often this works, and if I get hit a loser. Let me just find a double. There's a double right here. So we're gonna do the 5-3-5. So we write down 5-3-5. So I'm gonna change the number. The mirror number of 5 is 0, so I'm gonna be doing 5-3-0. 5-3-0. Okay, so now that I have my new number, I'm going to put this in the grid. So I'm going to go from least to greatest, so it's going to be 0-3-5. 0-3-5. And then I'm going to minus and go all the way around. So we got 4, 3, 3's already there. So 2, 1, 0's already there. 9, 8, and 7. So I got my grid right here. So what number is missing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 again is missing. So now let's check. Let's check if I won. So the next number that came, wait, that's midday, so evening. 695. So the 6, 9 did not come out. So that one was a loser. So let's try one more time. Let's do a couple more. So let's do a couple more. I wish this state, let me just skim through I wish this state didn't have it so confusing with midday and evening here, but let's just see. Okay, there's 707. Let's try the 707. So 707, we changed one of the 7s, so the mirror number 7 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, is 2. So we're going to do 0, 2, and 7. Those are going to be the number that I messed with. So then I'm going to put my grid. I'm going to do 0, 2, 7. Okay. So now we're going to minus and go all the way around. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2's already there, 1, and 9. So it looks like this. So the number that's missing is 8. So in that situation, I would remove 8. So let's check the number. see if 707. I'm checking for a 028, which didn't win. Did not hit. Let me try one more time. One more time. Let's do, come on, we gotta find a double. 5, 6, no, that one won't work. Let's do 411. Let's try 411. So 411, we're going to change one of the ones to a 6. So it's 416 that we're going to be plugging into the grid. So we're going to do 1, 4, and 6. Like that. So then we're going to minus go all the way around. So we got 5. 4's already there, 3, 2, 1's already there, 0, 9, and 8. Like that right there. So, what we are looking for is a 310. And there you go. 310. So, you're not going to win them all, but you do win. You do get your hits. So if you guys want to try this on your own, I think I explained this in great detail. I will make kind of follow-up videos in the future. So guys, like this strategy. If you want me to talk about it more, make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you like this video as well. I don't know if I'll expand on more to this. It's just this strategy alone that because I really don't want to talk about any other pick 3 related thing. That just this particular strategy kind of stands out to me. So anyway, like always, if you guys like this video, if you found it helpful, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you guys in future videos.